Welcome, weebs, gamers, and nerds alike. It's finally that time. The long-awaited, ridiculously stacked winter season is finally upon us. There's extremely hyped up sequels, ends to amazing franchises, and even some brand new shows that look absolutely insane. So in today's video, we go over 10 of the best anime coming in winter 2026. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more geek content. And without further ado, let's get into the list. Kicking off this list with a show that took the anime world by storm when it aired, and Season 2 looks to be even more crazy, emotional, and downright insane with Firey Fan Season 2. We did mention this in our most anticipated video of 2026, but winter is just such a stacked season, and this looks so good we had to mention it again. We're getting another season of the absolutely beautiful story animated by Madhouse that took the anime world by complete storm. The story about the elven mage Firey Fan learning about time and the true meaning and power it has, how to make relationships, and realized what she had in her original party. All but too late is such a melancholic feel, but the new memory she makes as she goes to try and speak to Himmel's ghost more than makes up for it. While there is the semi-main point of this location in the show, it's more about the journey than it is the destination. There aren't many fights, but when there are, the animation is some of the best we've ever seen. They go so unnecessarily hard, especially for a non-action focused series. This will probably be the last season of Firey Fan we get for a while, as the manga is currently on hiatus, but for now, as well as everyone else, we are eagerly awaiting the next season when it airs this season. Next up, we have the Darwin Incident. This one looks really interesting and is also from a brand new studio, so already our curiosity is piqued. This follows Charlie, who was created in a biological science lab, who is half human, half chimpanzee hybrid known as a humanzee. Raised by his adoptive human parents, Charlie is now 15 and starting high school. There he meets Lucy, a clever loner who becomes his first ever friend, but his normal life is shattered when the animal rights extremists who freed his mother from the lab 15 years ago re-emerge as terrorists bent on kidnapping Charlie at all costs. The writing in this has some serious potential with some very dark and mature tones and topics that are still relevant today. While there won't be a lot of action as the story will be more focused on the characters, it does look to be really smooth and well animated when it does happen. It's nice to see more and more seinen start to get solid, faithful adaptations, and we can't wait to see how the story unfolds when it starts airing in January. Next up, we have Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, another one that was mentioned in our 2026 video. The very highly anticipated next season of Jujutsu Kaisen is almost here, and these animators are cooking up something special. There are so many huge fights and hype moments this season. We are so excited to see what MAPPA has decided to do. If you haven't seen the first two seasons, do yourself a favor and watch them, as they have some of the best action in all of modern anime, especially Season 2 with the Shibuya incident arc. The different styles, camera angles, choreography, abilities, musical scores, everything is done at a ridiculously high level. It's also one of those shows where no one is safe. Main character, side character, random no name from episode 7 that shows back up for no reason. Literally no one is safe. The next arc, believe it or not, is even more insane as the cooling games get started, and the fights that are in store are downright exhilarating. This definitely has the potential to be another phenomenal season and continue to put even more fights in the best anime fights of all time when this starts airing in winter 2026. Next up, we have Oshinoko Season 3. After the massive, and I mean massive, cliffhanger we left off on in Season 2, we cannot wait to see what happens in Season 3. This show has been pretty amazing at showing pretty accurately what it's like to be in the media industry. From acting and idol culture in Season 1 to YouTube and theater in Season 2, you get a decent glimpse at the backstage of what exactly goes on, and well, it's not very pretty. There's so many dark and sad and just downright depressing things that happen in the industry that no one really ever sees, and it's a lot more dangerous than people realize. If you haven't seen the show yet, it is in a sense a modern isekai drama. We don't want to say too much more as the first episode hits ridiculously hard if you go in blind. This has amazing music, great voice acting, and some very strong character writing for every new and returning character. Aqua and Ruby's roles seem to have switched, at least for now, so we can't wait to see how it shakes out, especially on a game show when Season 3 starts airing this month. Now we have Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. The first part of the final season was the calm before the storm, and this final part looks to be completely ridiculous, with fights that'll probably break the internet. There haven't been a whole lot of amazing prequel series to already established shows, especially ones that have such a cult following like Soul Eater, but they managed to nail this in practically every way, and as we see in the trailer, the animation style is slowly but surely getting closer and closer to Soul Eater. It's so very well done. Just like with My Hero that I mentioned in our Best of 2025 video, I have seen Fire Force from beginning to now end, and it's been such an incredible journey. Yes, it has some really bad fan service moments that kind of take you out of the show, but it also has some phenomenal characters, a fun main cast, some downright jaw-dropping moments of animation and sound design, thanks to the talented group over at David Productions. This final part has some insane moments like Arthur vs. Dragon and Shinra unlocking his final form, and we can't wait to see the conclusion to this underrated gem. Now we have Fate Strange Fake. Please be more than one episode. Please be more than one episode. Please be more than one episode. For the last 1 to 2 years, we've gotten about 2 episodes of Fate Strange Fake, which have looked gorgeous, downright stunning, which is pretty par for the course for Fate, but that's it. We are still awaiting a full season, and as of right now, it's looking like we might actually be getting it. The Fate franchise has been around for quite a long while and has had a numerous amount of spin-offs, games, movies, and a really confusing watch order to actually understand the plot. But this looks to be more of a new story and doesn't really require all that confusion to start watching. This follows 7 magic casters who enter a tournament for the Holy Grail, known as the Holy Grail War, which grants the winner one wish they desire. Each mage summons one hero from one of the different archetypes: Saber, Archer, Assassin, Caster, Lancer, Rider, and Berserker. Each of these servants are actual people that some of the best at what they did, like King Arthur for Saber or Alexander the Great for Rider. This time, the war is taking place in the good old US of A. The characters we've seen so far are interesting with some actually well-written motives and backstories. The animation is being done by A1 Pictures, so you know it's in good hands. And what we've seen so far is nothing short of amazing. So here's to hoping we actually get a full season when it starts airing in January. Now we have Sentenced to be a Hero. This one looks so good. It's not super often we see a story where being the hero is a bad thing, let alone is used as a prison sentence. This offers a kind of a new take to the hero subgenre, where being a hero is actually the worst punishment out there. For those convicted of heinous crimes, they are sentenced to become a hero and forced to enter the mandatory military service in the war against the demon lords. These convicts are not even allowed to die. If killed, they'll just be resurrected to fight another day. Hero Xylo Forbarts, former head of the Order of the Holy Knights, leads a penal unit of deplorables fighting on the front lines. It's in these direst of circumstances that he meets Terraria, one of the world's strongest weapons. This feels like something fresh and will offer a good political action story with some decent world building. The animation also looks downright gorgeous and actually really impressive for a smaller studio. While there are a decent amount of revenge stories headlining 2026, this is definitely one that stands out with a unique story and phenomenal visuals. Now we have My Hero Academia Vigilante Season 2. Season 1 of this was surprisingly very good, and just like Fire Force and David Productions, Studio Bones has managed to adapt a prequel series that has the potential to rival the main series at some point. All of the main cast are likable, have deep enriching backstories, especially Knuckle Duster, whose dub VA absolutely kills it. After seeing the character, it's easy to see why he's a fan favorite. The fights are smooth and choreographed well, and the next season looks to continue the same, and then some, with some more brand new villains that were introduced, as well as letting us see more of the pro heroes we came to love in the main series. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we can't wait for it to start airing. Next up, we have Trigun Stargaze. Studio Orange has got to be one of, if not the best, when it comes to 3D CGI animation in anime. It looks absolutely fantastic with smooth movements, faces full of expression, and gorgeous scenery. This is the next season of a remake of the old 90s anime, and it's looking even more heart-racing and emotional than the last. This will cover the last bits of the story, and Orange looks to flex their animator muscles yet again, and it's really looking like we're in for a treat. Unlike the original anime, this focuses a lot more on the characters and the interactions with each other. It goes a lot more in depth, and you grow a lot more attached even to the smaller characters. It follows Vash the Stampede, who's a joyful gunslinging pacifist. So out of the blue, he just has a $6 million bounty on his head. That's what's puzzling rookie reporter Meryl Strife, who her jaded veteran partner when looking into the vigilante, only to find something who everyone hates: blood. But their investigation turns out to uncover something heinous about his evil twin brother, Million's knives. We have a feeling the conclusion to this remake will hit hard and yank on the good old heartstrings, but nonetheless, we're ready for it when it finally starts airing in January. And to wrap out this list, we have Medalist Season 2. Season 1 of this caught me by surprise a little bit, as I wasn't really expecting to like it, let alone as much as I did. The way the show portrays children feels extremely realistic. They have feelings, struggles, they want to prove themselves and not show weakness to either their coaches or their peers. The relationship between Inori and Tsukasa was organic, and highs and lows, and they both learned a lot from each other, which in turn helped develop not only Tsukasa's relationship with Ryo, but also his character as a whole as he finds a new passion for figure skating. This is all done with a solid 2D animation for the majority of the show, and the other part is done with outstanding 3D animation accompanied by some beautiful music that really draws on the heartstrings. Season 2 looks to yank them even more, as Inori is now able to compete for medals after passing her last exam, and the competition looks even tougher than before. With the new rivals, coaches, and stakes, it'll be really interesting to see how this shakes out. And that wraps up our list for the best anime coming in winter 2026. Of course, we left off a lot of shows. It is a stacked season, so let's note down in the comments what shows you're looking forward to. Make sure you check us out on Twitch and TikTok for more geeky goodness. Until the next video, keep on geeking on.